desire is made to quench a fire that's burning out of control. It's burning out of control.
Hey y'all, this is Adam and Kevin, Titan in the Deep. We're going to talk about the 4 armies that we played today. We haven't seen the 2 battle reports. I'll put them up. I might put this up first even, I don't know. And then talk about the, or show you the battle reports afterwards. Anyway, we played 2 different games today. Man, we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Kevin kicked the crap out of me in the first game, and I beat him pretty bad in the second game. So it was a pretty even day today, which has been pretty much how we played. Like, it's typically one way or the other. Like, there's very few, like, oh, it's like a good little draw or whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, we'll just talk about these 4 armies today. And since I have the Wraiths on Wings sitting here, it was our first game. We played a game of Wraiths on Wings against Númenor, and my God, Númenor beat the crap out of them. It was so bad. So with the Wraiths, man, it's such a strange army. It's basically you get the Witch King, and he's on a Fell Beast, and then you can add Wraiths as you go up. Baseline, they're 170 points each, the regular Wraiths. Even the Witch King on Fell Beast is 170. All the Wraiths, including the Witch King, have 2 Might, 14 Will, and 2 Fate. Then they have all their regular stuff like Will of Evil and everything, which we weren't even taking into account because the game ended so fast.
3 turns.
It was 3 turns. It was so fast. The Wraiths are not great against good heroes, and that's a problem. Yeah. So you can watch the battle report to kind of see how it went. But this is it, man. You can upgrade the Wraiths. The Witch King can get the Crown of Morgul. You can give him an Armored Fell Beast for another 20 points, the Crown of Morgul for 25, or a Morgul Blade for 10. And the Wraiths, the regular Ring Wraiths, they can have a Morgul Blade, or you can upgrade their Fell Beast to Armored Fell Beast also for 20, or a Morgul Blade for 10. So they can each end up basically 200 points each, which is essentially what I did. I gave all 3 of them, upgraded them to Armored Fell Beast, and gave the Witch King the Crown of Morgul, and it did not matter. Because Kevin swept all 3 of them off the board after 3 turns. It was so bad. Anyway, how'd you feel about it, man? Like, what do you think? What do you think about the Wraiths on Wings?
No. You just don't get enough for how expensive everything is.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
So, like, I can see it, like, what is it? Host of the Witch King or something?
Yeah, the Host of the Witch King has some really good rules and is a very good
Oh,
army.
Blackgate, you can get Nazgul now also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they would have done that in the old edition, it would have made it like one of the best armies out there.
But, yeah, so Minas Morgul, you can get the Witch King and Ring Wraith on Fell Beast. Not Kirfungal.
We're going to see
Blackgate.
a lot of Witch King armies. Because he has to be the general in basically every army you have. Just about. Not all of them, but
Oh, Legions of Mordor. He comes on the Fell Beast. So
Yeah.
I think doing one of those, like the Ring Wraith has its place,
Mm-hmm.
but just doing 600 points with 3 Ring Wraiths,
Just not that good.
no, you need something else.
Especially against Númenor, man. Because Númenor, they bumped up Númenor to 5/5. So if you're fighting elves or you're playing against Númenor, you are not going to have a good time with the Wraiths. The Wraiths might do okay against some other armies, but
Especially
nothing that has baseline troops of 5/5.
the Númenor that I run also, because I won't split up Elendil and Theodore. I'll make sure that they're in the list. Like even at 500 points, I'll run them both. I'll have like 20 models, but
But you'll have 2 tanks up there.
yeah,
so-
yeah. So you get 2 like super powerful guys that the Ring Wraiths are just absolutely no match because you have so much will to resist, and then you get the free stuff anyway. Because
one thing that I didn't say the special rules for this Legion. So this Legendary Legion, the new Wraiths on Wings, they have 2 additional rules. One of them is you can have a maximum of 9 models, 8 Ring Wraiths, and the Witch King, which we all knew that. So the first special rule for this army is full force charge. The first time a friendly monster model charges during its activation, it may choose to use this special rule. If it does, each model that it has charged suffers 1 single strength 5 hit. So it's kind of like just like what you get with War Beasts, like a trample charge essentially. But it only happens on the first charge. So like earlier in our battle report, I charged one of the Wraiths into 2 Númenorians, and it killed both of them. So it got to keep going, but it doesn't get the second strength 5 hits on the next charge. And the second special attack they get is a strafing attack. At the end of a friendly monster model's move, if it's not engaged in combat, then you can choose a single enemy model that is not engaged in combat. That lies in the direct path between where the monster began its move and where it finished its move. The path is the same width as the monster model's base. The chosen model suffers a Strength 5 hit, and if it survives, is knocked prone. Cav models suffer these hits on both the mount and the rider. So yeah, it's not great because you can't. It says that you can't. Yeah, if the model is at the end of its move, it's not in combat, so you're kind of wasting a combat with the wraiths if you don't charge something at the end of it. So you either get the full force charge or the strafing attack. I just don't think the special rules are very good for this. And then on top of that, your wraiths all have Will of Evil. So I mean, like they're ticking time bombs anyway. They're gonna just eventually just disappear when all 14 Will's gone. You know. And then they've nerfed magic so much. It's just not a great legendary legion. If they took away the Will of Evil for one, and then I don't know what else they could do because black darts are only a range of 6 inches now. So they're just not that good, and they're only strength 6. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't think it's that great of an army. I really don't. It's thematic, you know. If you're playing against, you know, Bilbo, Frodo and Sam and Gollum, you'd have a chance. It's like
against something that's not resistant to magic. Because I did do Númenor.
Yeah, it's true, but still, it's just I don't know. I mean, I could see this doing okay against, you know, some armies, but I just don't think it's got very many good matchups. It didn't help that you wounded the first Witch King's Fell Beast on the first 2 shots, too. We got 2 wounds on it immediately on our battle board.
Almost killed it right away.
Yeah, like immediately. It was like I fired 4 shots and 2 of them wounded. I was like, really? Anyway.
And then one wounded the other one.
Yeah, it's true. 3 wounds on 6 shots was bananas against D6. But anyway, so that'll jump us over to the Númenorians. We'll just go straight to them. So this is we're just going to kind of talk about the 4 armies that we played today in the 2 battle reports. And this is the first one again. This is Wraiths on Wings against the what's that army address? It was we played Númenor. Let's go back to here. I'm using Tabletop Admiral to kind of bounce around. I know everything's not exactly right on it yet. Those guys are awesome. Really appreciate them. Yeah, so they come with Elendil, Isildur, the 2 named heroes, and you can get captains of Númenor. No mounted anything, which everybody was like, really? You know, after all this time. Anyway, so you got 3 special rules with the Númenor army here. Did you have it? Anyway, Blood of Númenor, friendly Númenor models gain resistant to magic special rule while they're within 6 inches of a friendly, unique Númenor hero model. So that wouldn't work with captains. The Resolve of Men is a second one. Friendly Númenor models gain a bonus of +1 to any courage test that they have to make, which we didn't catch on to that until second or third turn or something.
I don't think it mattered, though.
Yeah. In the Line of Kings, if they have a unique keyword, your general gains the General Hunter special rule. Additionally, your general must always accept a heroic challenge directed at them.
And what's nice is the named heroes are resistant to magic anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you would be playing a captain, because you're playing at higher points than just do the Last Alliance. And if you're like a pure Númenor list, like the captain would only get, well, I guess he would still get the bonus dice if he's within 6 inches of one of the other heroes. But
yeah, it says friendly Númenor models gain the resistance to magic rule. Yeah.
Yeah. And then anybody in this warband, obviously you're going to have them close enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's unique. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why you're taking a captain, though.
Yeah, I mean, unless you wanted to stay pure Númenor. But it's weird because they took away Elendil's horse. Isildur can still have one, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
He's
Elendil
the only
can't.
mounted model.
It's just
that you
weird
can
in his
have.
army. So it's a pretty slow army. So unless you need March. Yeah, Elendil has challenge, strength, and strike. Isildur has challenge, strike, and strength. Yeah, so they don't have March. If you wanted to get March, basically is the only reason that you would.
So put your
you would add a
captain
warrior.
near,
Yeah.
So his March bubble will take
Yeah.
them up, and then you can still march. And then you just get him within 6 inches of one of the 2 named guys, and he's resistant.
It is cool. So there's been some big upgrades to Numenor. If you guys didn't know, man, the warriors of Numenor now are
Insane.
they're little tanks, dude. They bumped them from Fight 4 to Fight 5. They're still Strength 4, but they're only D4 without a shield. So it's still weird. I can't believe they kept them D4. I thought they would have made them at least D5 base and then 6 with a shield. Like, I really thought they would do that. That is just bizarre to me.
They should have made them D5 base and then bumped up their points to maybe 10 or 11 base.
That's going to put them in line. But I mean, they're good, man. I mean,
just
5/5, Strength 5 or Strength 4 is pretty strong. They did really hurt their courage, though. Like, their courage was better. I thought their courage was 4 or 5.
Yeah, their courage was 4 before.
Yeah, in the old edition, now they bumped it to essentially 3 in the old edition, but 7+ now because they changed how courage and intelligence work.
Oh, it's just for reference. Okay. So Elven warriors are the same points as Númenor warriors, but they're better because they're both fight 5, but they're shoot 3, base of D5,
6
and
with a shield.
courage of a 5.
Yeah,
And they're the same points. So keep Númenor the same price, but then just D5 base instead of D4.
Yeah, it is weird. And Numenor is 4+ to hit too with their weapons. However, they did upgrade them to longbows, which longbows are strength 3, range 24. Essentially, they're elf bows. But they're
I'm still
pretty
gonna call
good.
them steel bows.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
that.
actually work.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been saying that. But yeah, so I mean, like, that's Numenor, y'all. How do you feel about it? I mean, like, it's a good infantry army. It's got 2 very strong heroes. You can't have the ring in this unless you just take a Isildur. Yeah, if you just take a Isildur, you can bring the ring. But then you can't use the ring if you're on horseback, so I don't know. A lot of weird little twists and turns with that. The 2 heroes are pretty in line with what they were before. Elendil, again, can't bring a horse anymore. You can explain the rest of his stuff, man. I mean,
Their fights just went up 1. Everything else is the same.
Elendil lost. He did lose one of his big things, Fortified Spirit. Remember, we used to have that where he got 2 dice against any magic. So he's, he lost that, which I thought that's pretty brutal for him. And then he also lost the ability to take a horse, which I know everybody's been complaining about. The horses have gotten really weird with how many models like lost them or gained them or stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Elendil lost that. But he did go from Fight 7 to Fight 8 base. He's still Strength 5, D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds. His courage and intelligence rolls are both on a 4+. He's 3/1, so 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He has resistance to magic, High King of Gondor, and armor.
Oh, I think Isildur lost a shield. Sorry. I think he had a shield option.
Isildur?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he lost a shield option.
Hey, man, that's crazy. Yeah, so Isildur, he changed a bit too. Oh, the other rules for Elendil was High King of Gondor and Arnor. That's an active rule. His standfast is 12 inches rather than 6. Okay, yeah, that's cool. He has, as Narsil, as always, a unique fighting 2-handed weapon. It's Master Forge, so he doesn't have the -1 bonus when fighting in the duels. He gets a free heroic combat each turn with it. Then he's just resistant to magic.
And now Isildur has the shards in Narsil.
Yes.
Which is a new thing.
Yeah.
Or he gets +1 to wound. Well, if
Elendil dies.
Yeah, if Elendil dies and you put a marker down in Isildur, if he ends, I think, within 1 inch of the marker of where Elendil died at the end of his activation, then he can pick it up and it's +1 to wound.
Yeah.
Which is nice. He pretty much just gains a Master Forge 2-handed weapon at that point.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, it's pretty good. He also has resistance to magic, but that's his only special rule, is the Shards of Narsil and resistance to magic. Again, he can't take the ring if Elendil is in the list, but if it's just Isildur, he can. But yeah, he went up from Fight 6 to Fight 7, Strength 5, D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, Courage 4+, Intelligence 5+, and he's 3 might, 2 will, 2 fate. I'm surprised I gave him 2 fate, considering how he died. That wasn't a good time for him. Anyway, So that's those two armies, y'all. That was our game from earlier when we played Wraiths on Wings against Númenor, and that was a good one.
Númenor can be a standalone army now instead of. I mean, I played them standalone, but I know like everybody else did Last Alliance.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll still be more popular. But I mean, if you're it depends on the points. You know, I think at this point, like if you're playing like maybe 450 to 650 or so, you can take this army still comfortably.
Yeah.
I think if you start getting over 600, like you're getting 650, 7, 8, 9, you're going to end up probably playing. You're going to play the Last Alliance, I think, more often. We'll
see what happens when the Kings are released in army lists.
Yeah, true.
Because where's that? I can't remember where the Kings are at. Aren't they in the? I think they're past all the army lists actually.
Check in the book.
But I know the Kings and Men have, like, you can take a Númenorian king, but maybe it is 130. But there's different kings that you can take: Arnor, Gondor, Rohan, and Númenor.
Interesting.
Yep, you're there. Yeah, so if you take a Númenorian king, you get resistance to magic, and their strength goes up to a 5.
Interesting. Okay.
And then so Arnor, 3 attacks. Dale, 3 wounds. Rohan, you can have Royal Guard, and then extra rider, horse load. And
can you
Gondor,
still take those guys with named heroes?
Well, they're not in a list.
It says rounds of men.
Yeah, they're not in a list.
Weird. Okay, yeah, we're gonna
running an army list for Kingsman.
Have to work this out. I know. Oh wait, he's reading it right now. The realms of men. I haven't even seen this page in the book. I've read through about 80% of all the stuff now. I think maybe 90. I read the entire rules book. I think absorbed most of it. There's still some stuff I'm kind of curious about, and we'll have to get FAQ'd. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of weird stuff there. Everybody's gonna be like, what? But yeah, we got 2 more armies we're going to talk about that we played earlier, and I don't know if we should put them all in the same video. I think we might put them in the second video. Yeah, we'll just do that. I'll do every time we play a list that's got these kind of armies, I'll do like a little bonus video or whatever to go along with it, and then just kind of talk about how these work. I'd love to do that with just any of the armies that we play. I want to try to get through as many of them as we can. I've probably got about half of the armies. I've got most of the evil armies except for Corsairs, Harad, and that's about it. I don't have any Mordor Uruk-hai to be able to play some of the like Kirithungol list and stuff, but I could use old Uruk-hai scouts or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I think that'll do it for this one. This was our little discussion about Númenor and the Wraiths on Wings. Again, I'm going to try to do like 2 armies every single time I do this, the ones that we play. Ryan and I'm sure will get some games in soon too. He's going to be gone for Christmas though, but I'll put these up and then probably start releasing some more updated battle reports and everything in the coming weeks and months. I'm at least going to be in home, or around home for the next couple of months. That's my dog. She said hello. Say hi, Annie. Anyway, guys, thanks again. We appreciate you guys.
No, man.
Yeah, Kevin is a good buddy of mine here in our Nashville group. Has some great insights. He plays a lot of good armies. I play a lot of bad armies. Good, evil, I guess, is probably bad tonight. Because, oh my God, if you see the battle report between the Númenorians and the Wraiths on Wings, it's hysterical. It's short. It's a short one, y'all. Anyway, yeah, we'll come back and we'll talk about the next 2 armies in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, y'all. Give us any comments or anything. And by the way, like and subscribe if you dig the channel, man. I mean, like I said, I'll be releasing a lot more content in 2025, and it'll be a little bit cooler. You know, just gonna do some more stuff. But anyway, thanks again for hanging out and being a part of our MESBG community. You guys are awesome.